Buddy, it's Kevin Canessa coming to you from the newsroom of The Observer and TheObserver.com on this, the 25th day of October in the year 2021. Sure hope you're enjoying your Monday, no matter where it is you are in the country. In the Northeast here today, it was a little bit on the warm side, and it's going to be pretty stormy over the next couple of days. So hope everybody's prepared for that as this nor'easter comes our way over the next couple of days. As you do each and every week, you welcome me into your home so that I may bring to you the current week's newspaper. And from what you can see in the left corner of your screen, this week's front page, Riverside County parks are getting upgrades. And this is really mostly Northarlington where this upgrade is going to happen. There's going to be an amphitheater built and a comfort station, which is a fancy word for a very, very fancy restroom and, I guess, locker rooms and things of that nature. Now, they were going to break ground tomorrow, but I just found out a little while ago that they have postponed the breaking for tomorrow to Wednesday at 11 a.m. in the North Arlington section of the county park there. So there'll be a whole bunch of dignitaries on hand. And a lot of this goes back to a promise that Steve Tonelli made when he was running for freeholder and now for commissioner, as he is the lone representative of South Bergen County, Lyndhurst, and North Arlington included. They already started building the boathouse in the Lyndhurst portion of the park, and now this part here in North Arlington, they'll break ground, and it should be ready by sometime this spring. So great job, Steve Tonelli, coming through on this for the people of North Arlington that he represents. On the bottom of the front page this week, the parade is back on Saturday. And I've heard that John Elliott from WCBS Channel 2 will be doing some weather reports from the parade. I'll be there as a judge, first time as a judge since 2016, so I'm looking forward to that. And this is always a fun day. We'll see dogs out in their costumes and people in their costumes and a whole bunch of activities for the family, for the kids, for the dogs, for everybody. It starts at 11 a.m. on Saturday at Arlington Depot Park. And if you've never been to the parade, John Pineda does a great job putting this together, so I would certainly recommend you give it a shot. Stop by to the parade on Saturday morning, and you will not be disappointed. I was able to speak with Matt Svetkowski, the pastor of Kearney Kearney Light Baptist Church, I think is what the actual name is. And he told me something I didn't know, and that the church is the oldest church building in West Hudson. It's at the corner of Davis Avenue and Bergen Avenue across the street from Our Lady of Sorrows Church. And when the church building was first built, 145 years ago, it was the only thing in the middle of a gigantic farm. The farms reached all the way from up to Quick Check to Schuyler Avenue to Wilson Avenue. It must have been a vast, vast land of farms, and there was the little old church as part of it, and the building is turning 145 years old. And Pastor Matt wrote a retrospective about the building and the history of the church, and I hope you'll take a chance and look at that. He did a great job, pages 2 and 3. On page 4, somewhat disturbing story that Bloomfield College may close its doors if they are not able to raise money and come up with some partnerships and things of that nature. It's the only 4-year predominantly black and brown college in New Jersey, and finances have been affected greatly by COVID, which has caused a decline in enrollment. So read the story and see how they're being very transparent. It's very rare for a university to say, hey, we're in real serious financial trouble here. But that's exactly what's happening at Bloomfield College. They've been very, very upfront with the college community, with the students, the faculty, and they need help. So take a look at that story on page number 4. On page 5, another college-related story. The Kearney school system has come up with an agreement with Hudson County Community College, And that, if students wish, they can receive an associate degree before or at the same time, basically, that they get their high school diploma. This is an amazing program that other counties and other states have used. The first time Kearney will participate. But to think about getting a 2-year degree at very little to no cost is pretty remarkable when you consider how expensive universities and colleges are these days. So this program is something that Patty Blood, the superintendent, you see the picture there on the screen. She signed the agreement with Chris Reber, the president of Hudson Community College, last week. And beginning this year, students at Kearney High School are taking these courses and can wind up with their 2-year degree before they get their diploma. And then they have a real big head start on getting a bachelor's degree, depending on where they go. So great job, Patty Blood and Chris Reber, for signing the agreement on this program. And hopefully Kearney kids will be able to take great advantage of it at a great cost. The Kearney Police Blotter this week from Tim Wagner. A teenager stole a car from a Kearney repair shop, then went over to Belleville and crashed the darn thing, don't you know, but he was nabbed. So that is certainly good news. We have a couple of honor rolls this week, and Unico celebrating Christopher Columbus Day, as they do every year. Jim Haig's Sports this week talks about the Kearney soccer teams, both of which will be playing at Red Bull Arena on Thursday in their respective county championships. He has a sports view on his take on the Kearney football program. That's sure to open some eyes. And, of course, I'm going to skip right through it because he's got an athlete of the week, but I want you to pick up the paper so that you can see who this week's athlete of the week actually is. The rest of the paper is ads and, of course, 2 pages of classifieds in which, if you need a home to rent or buy, or if you need a job, whatever it is, you're going to find it in this week's classified. 2 pages. As always, check those out as soon as you can. And that's going to do it for this week's edition of The Observer Live. I want to thank each and every one of you for joining me tonight, as you do every Monday night. Of course, if anything breaks during the course of the week, we will bring it to you live or in somewhere on a website. Check out the website. I've been trying to post as much as I can during the course of the week to keep you updated so that we're not just a once-a-week affair. So look at theobserver.com when you get a chance, and we will certainly link it up to social media ahead of time. And don't forget, with this Observer Live, you can now watch it on not just Facebook, but on Twitch, on YouTube, and on Twitter as well, whether it's live or on a rebroadcast. On all 4 platforms, it's live, and it's also recorded as a podcast. So check it out if you want to check out the other places, because you're probably watching this on Facebook. But the truth of the matter is, on Twitch, the quality is the best that you'll find of all of the 4 platforms. From the newsroom of The Observer and TheObserver.com, it's Kevin Canessa signing off for now. We'll hope to see you back here again very, very soon. Good night, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your Monday.